Three lenses. We lose, we learn, we live.
すでに刃は抜いておりますが、ご指示通りいたします。
That old geezer, he didn't give a single useful lead. This place is huge. Where the heck are we supposed to even start? The path ahead is blocked by more of those cerulean crystals. We're almost at the Kangjiang Pavilion. It's locked. The towers. This is a poem from a previous era, commemorating the Wait a sec. This hexagonal sensor seems to... There's a mechanism inside the base of the sensor. Huh? What's this? Oh. I didn't think the mist would be this thick indoors. Let's purify the... More crystals in the... I get it now. The lever triggers the mechanism. We need to keep the right side stairs stationary while rotating the door on the left. 金線に触れる。落ちて。
霧のごとく断ち切れ。影のごとく
落ちて。あなたの金線に触れる。すべてを終わらせましょう。アンソ。Year 36 of Xia. Heavy rains caused damage to the walls. Huh? The door's locked.
See? Told you. Just follow the wall patterns and play the matching in.
How about we double check the patterns and play the instruments from... We've been banging on so many instruments since. My arms are killing me.
Head Librarian, this is Wencheng Pavilion.
Great. After all this running around, all we found are more questions, and we still have no idea where that seal is. Is this it? Oh.
I've been expecting you, Head Librarian. Master Yang Chuan asked me to wait here for you.
Looks like you found what you were after. Kirin no gotoku. I'm fine, Yuli. Don't hurt him.
Yes, Master Yuan Juan. Whoa, hold up. Isn't that leech? What the heck, man? It's only been a couple of hours and now you're pulling weapons on us?
Give it back.
Huh? Oh, wait. Okay, fine. Maybe I ate a little more than I should have, but you guys said it was on the house. No takebacks?
What? I grabbed a few silver trinkets and crafts, yeah. But seriously, those were just cheap mass-produced stuff. The guys back there were basically shoving them at me.
Give me the Jade Seal. There. Whose kid is out here crying all alone? Does it matter who I am? Eat something first. A growing kid like you shouldn't be hungry. Though, all I've got is some cold food. So don't eat too fast or you'll upset your stomach. Easy there, kid. You eat like you haven't seen food in a week. Here, drink some water before you choke.
Thanks, but, this is the Tianli's clan's rear mountain. What are you doing here? Did you get lost?
Today's Qingming Festival. I'm here to clean up the tombstone and pay my respects.
Clean up the tombstone? Whose tombstone? This land's always been part of the Tianli clan's territory. Is your friend from our clan?
You could say that. What about you? Why is a kid like you out here all alone in the middle of the night? Don't tell me you're out for a midnight stroll.
A stroll? Kinda weird way to put it. Who just goes out for a stroll in the middle of the night? I got in trouble, so now I'm stuck here guarding this place as punishment.
Oh, punished? At this time of year? Don't tell me you broke some kind of ancestral taboo.
What? No, I actually did exactly what they told me to do today. But when I asked for a reward, they got mad at me.
A reward? What kind of reward?
My class is going on a trip to Songling City this weekend. I really wanted to go, but they wouldn't sign my permission slip. It's been years, and every single time it's the same excuse. No one in our clan is allowed to step outside Jingyu City. 3 years. 3 whole years, and I haven't been allowed to go on a single spring trip. Not even the autumn outings. So, yeah, I talked back a little, and next thing I knew, they sent me here as punishment. And then they gave me that same lecture again about how as the future clan leader, I can't take the rules so lightly. Like, have they ever even asked if I want to be their stupid leader?
Seriously, these rules are kind of ridiculous. They won't. Don't worry. Sooner or later, you'll be free from all these burdens and responsibility.
What do you know? Don't talk bad about our rules. Our clan has our own way of life, and we don't need some outsider telling us what to do. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you earlier. But seriously, no matter how mad you are, that's no excuse to torture my ears like that.
Was it really that bad? I've been practicing for years.
Let me try.
Oh, you know how to play.
No, but I learned how to play the recorder at school. It's probably not that different. That was a song from my clan.
It was beautiful. Keep the flute. It's meant to be with you.
Meant to be with me? This wasn't mine to begin with. I can't just take it.
Starting today, it is yours. Take care of it. It's been through a lot over the years, but now, it's finally where it belongs. Here you go. Now, don't tell me one little song is all it takes to make you this smug. Come on. You've got more than just one in you, right?
My people. We are leaving Jingyu City. Now.
Brother Chi?
Sure? Lee, sure? But what the...
Long ago, the Lord of Weaponry forged UP to end harsh laws, severe punishments, and needless formalities. When stained with the blood of his descendant, the blade becomes UP anew. As the 297th Patriarch of the Tianli clan, and in the name of UP, I hereby invoke the Lord of Weaponry's authority and abolish the decree forbidding us from leaving Jingyu City. Gather your things. We move now.
Patriarch, I know this isn't the time to worry about possessions, but there are a few ancestral artifacts we really ought to bring along. You know we're responsible for preserving and protecting them. If anything happens, it won't just be our problem. The Bureau of Cultural Relics will have our head. You know, I'm not...
Fine. I'll send someone to get... Why is it taking them so long to get back?
Alicia! No, that thing! The one we kept to the ancestors...
The one in the shrine? Do you mean...
Yes, that thing! We searched everywhere, checked the entire inventory, and everything else is...
Forget it. We don't have...
But...
We'll look for it later. So it was you.
私、誰かと行動することはめったになくて。
Hand over the Jade Seal.
Wait, there's one more of them.
See ya.
Misunderstanding, you say? I took you in, and you repay me by stealing my clan's sacred treasure. Hand back the Jade Seal.
Please hand the Jade Seal to His Excellency.
Huh? You... No, not this one. It's the heart of the world, not the justice of the world. This isn't our seal at all. Where did you hide our ancestors?
Whoa, bro, what's got you all fired up? You're throwing around accusations like fireworks. Even us Tong sect folks aren't that trigger happy.
Okay, we might have overstayed our welcome a bit, but that doesn't make us thieves.
I've got no clue about your ancestral seal, but the one you're holding, we went all through that massive royal palace before we found it.
That's right. So, how about giving our seal back to us?
Justice of the world?
Only through perfect balance can moral order be achieved. Only through benevolence comes sanctity. Justice will prevail at the heart of the world.
So, there are two Jade Seals? What's going on here, Mr. Yuan Twin?
Truth is, there were two Jade Seals from the beginning. The one with Heart of the World, possessed by Jixia, and the one with Justice of the World, carried by Li Jun. Both were crafted by Zhong Luo, the first scribe ever. The one with the words Heart of the World were once owned by the Emperor. It meant he was the heart of the world, and his word was law. As for the one with Justice of the World, it was carried by Li Jun during his regency. It bound its holder to uphold justice and act in the Emperor's name. Together, they were the bedrock of the Xia dynasty's...
Together? How ridiculous! Jixia is but a backstabbing rat. He exiled us and tarnished our first ancestor's name. If it weren't for him, our clan wouldn't be restricted to such a remote corner.
Your hatred is hollow, patriarch of the Tianli clan. Your words and actions lack conviction, even to yourself. Your Tianli clan clings to an ancient rule. The Tianli clan must never leave Qingyu City. However, none of you know why your first ancestor decreed it. You follow it blindly, just like how you cling to your hatred of Jixia and his legacy. I believe you realize it. Your resentment is ingrained, and thus, meaningless. That's why you keep cursing everything about Jixia. To convince yourselves that your belief is real.
Who do you think you are, you pompous old man? What makes you think you can...
Because I can give your hollow hatred a solid reason.
You...
Head Librarian, didn't you once ask why I sought this artifact now of all times? Exactly. It doesn't hold the key. It is the key. Surely you realize that the first Emperor wasn't the only one who gained immortality, right? Well, let me tell you how this story ends. The Eternal Palace's rise was also the Immortal's fall.
So Jixia's true target is the Eternal Hall. No wonder we haven't seen him this whole time. But what exactly is his plan? One moment he's infecting people with cerulean water, and the next he's reopening the Eternal Hall.
I know that. I got a call earlier, and the guy...
Huh? Isn't that the most basic scam? Did you actually fall for it?
I couldn't figure out mobile banking, so I asked Sling for help, and she...
Ugh.
The earthquakes are getting worse. Let's just hurry to the ancestral home.
Follow me.
Where are you, sir? I mean, patriarch! Holy cow! Finally found...
Are these bronze things even human? Or some messed up
The earthquake caused a landslide, and these bronze soldiers just crawled out.
We're here to...
Don't bother. I've got this under control.
It's an emergency. Drop the pride. Let me do a special report at your ancestral home later, and we'll call it even.
Yeah, treat us to a feast and we're square.
Here we are, the sacred lands of my... Even I have never stepped foot inside.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty, please slow down! I'm not built for running!
Look out! Another earthquake! The pillar's up ahead!
This underground palace is shrouded in thick mist. Use the clearing lamp to absorb the mist, then release compressed air to shatter those crystals.
Seriously? How big is this?
Carving a city into a mountain's core. Ancient engineers were
These warriors. Shh. Wait. There's a guard up ahead.
Is this big guy dead?
Judging... Oh, if I recall correctly,
Let's keep moving. And you, Professor Ming, Save the history lecture. I see a massive gate ahead. Let's check. Ugh, it's stuck tight. And no levers or but.
Hold up. Aren't that big guy?
The fog is thick here. Hold your breath and be careful. Run! Finally ditched that big guy. Jeez. Where are we now?
It's risky staying put here. That guy could show up,
There's an exit up there.
but pulling that lever will set off all the mechanisms. I see a hexagonal sensor over there, like the one at Kongjong Pavilion. It must have been made by the same craftsman. Freeze it with the mist clearing lamp to halt some of the mech.
Hold up. Isn't that the Grand General? Is he
Looks like another familiar mechanism.
Remember what I said? Scope out the area and figure out which mechanisms to activate and which to leave untouched.
This place is getting hotter. Even if those bronze zombies are immortal and have lost their human side, they can sense the heat rising, right?
This heat is killing me. And the mist choking. Like, let's pull ourselves together and
Bronze bodies are strewn all over. These sword wounds look familiar. Was it him?
You! I knew I wasn't imagining things.
That's it?
hurry before he recovers.
Did he just talk to me?
Who cares what that rust bucket's?
Oh, those crystals again?
The lamp's fading. It needs.
His Majesty wouldn't have turned on us if not for you! Your Majesty, why choose these maggots over us?
Hey, Patriarch! He's gunning for you now! Your call!
Path's clear.
What are these things? They look like giant fish scales. Seems like we have to squeeze through these bronze. Stay quiet. Don't wake the dead.
Why bother? If they wake up, we
Look! There's a lever!
This path is blocked by those bronze warriors. We...
Found you again, Luisui. The so-called Lord of the Weapon. Just as how I crushed you before. I can do that over and over again. First your head, then your limbs. Even if you claw your way back from hell, you'll tremble at my sight forever.
with those rusty mitts of yours. It's you who should kneel.
Your Majesty, I'll be your loyal bloodhound forever and ever. Look at those insects you gracefully sent to their demise. If you won't bestow us with your raid. Your Majesty, may we reign eternal, enduring as the sun.
A soldier who doesn't honor their weapon isn't a true warrior. We, the Tianli clan, will never fall to scum like you. Just a scratch. Turns out the immortal isn't so immortal. Besides the gibberish? Yeah, he did mention something.
The Great Long. Long?
Rabbit eyes, deer antlers, ox mouth, camel head, clam belly, tiger paws, eagle claws, fish scales, and snake body. 9 features combined. That's the long.
Hey, our world doesn't have that fairy tale stuff, right?
Of course not. But remember what Licha mentioned earlier?
If some prehistoric creatures drank the cerulean water and became bronze monsters.
And remember the scales we saw earlier? What if they're not sculptures, but...
Not sculptures, but part of some... Even Mesozoic dinosaurs weren't that huge.
my loyal kin. We're immortal now, free from mortal constraints. With our eternal sanctuary, we'll rule in celestial peace for eons to come.
Long live the Emperor! Long live the royal...
Since you crave for immortality, you shall be forever banned from the earthly realm. This gate shall remain shut for eternity. Now, this seals what unlocks the curses behind that gate. Well, honestly, sometimes I wish I was a heartless monster. Well, I'll let that kid deal with them.
Your Majesty? Your Majesty, you've been sitting here all night.
And you've been standing all night. I told you to meet me at dawn. Why'd you come so early?
I honestly don't know, but I had a feeling whatever you left to do last night was big. Like, world. I couldn't see it myself, but I had to be here. Just to make sure you were all right.
I guess it's just the intuition of a scribe. Sorry, but I don't have the energy to worry about other people's feelings. Hope you don't take it personally that I ignored you all night.
Of course not.
You can drop the whole Your Majesty thing. Hearing it over and over is exhausting. The world doesn't need an emperor anymore.
I don't quite understand what you mean.
I'm leaving. I've been tied down in Jinyu City for too long. It's time to move on. Yes.
Where to?
Where? I've spent way too much of my life stressing from now.
So, but what about the Empire?
Didn't I tell you to stop calling me that? An emperor owns everything under the heavens. Every inch of land and every soul. But I'm not an emperor anymore. I'm just Shisha.
Then how should I address you?
Call me whatever you want. The world doesn't need an emperor anymore. At least, it doesn't need me. As for Xia itself, Sun Lo once said its time had passed long ago.
Laid to rest? You mean what you did last night? What exactly did you do?
I gave them exactly what they wanted. They wanted eternal life, so I gave it to them. An endless eternity with no sense of time. Before I go, I should take one last look. It really is beautiful up here. I wonder who will live here next. There'll be many emperors after this. They and their ministries will come up with all sorts of names for their empire. There's something I've always wondered. You're always so nosy. Always digging around. Whether it's Tianli or the G-Clan, you always want to know more about But there's one thing you've never asked me. You've never once asked how I and the royal family gained immortality. Aren't you curious?
After seeing what immortality has done to you and your clan, I wouldn't exactly call it a blessing. I'd rather live and die as a mortal. Just like my mentor, Sun Lo.
If just a few more members of the royal family had thought the way you do, things wouldn't have turned out like this. All right. I'll tell you everything. About 10 feet below the surface, a massive black stone pillar stands. Sometimes, the pillar gives the water a strange bluish-green tint. Or maybe that's the color of the water when it releases. It's hard to say. For now, let's just call it cerulean water. Back when Li Jun and I first came here, the lake suddenly became completely transparent, revealing the stone pillar and the cerulean water. Drinking the cerulean water grants immortality. The day Legion and I climbed the mountain, I only took a single sip, but then the royal family drank without restraint. Well, you've seen the consequences. They all turned into those inhuman bronze monstrosities. If it hadn't been for Legion's foresight, the Tianli clan would have suffered the same consequences.
Why are you telling me all this now?
Because when I'm gone, someone needs to watch over the Tianche Lake and keep an eye on that mysterious cerulean water, and watch over my people.
Have you forgotten already? Back at the foot of the mountain, you said you weren't an emperor anymore.
Yeah, I know I'm running away, but that doesn't mean I can just ditch everything and walk off. If another disaster like the royal family happens again, who's going to clean up the mess?
So you're leaving the problem to me?
Just think of it as my last bit of power as the former emperor.
I'm just a scribe. How could I possibly be worthy of such a heavy responsibility?
If you had asked me about the secret to immortality even once, I wouldn't have said a word. But since you don't care about immortality, I know I can trust you with this. Think of it as doing me a favor. From now on, don't let immortality corrupt this world again.
This is a huge responsibility, and I'm honored to take it on. As long as I live, I'll give everything to it. And when I'm gone, my successor will carry on the mission. You have my word, my lord.
Good. That's good. One more thing.
This is...
Exactly. This is the Imperial Seal carved by Sun Lu. The original design for Legion's Regency Seal. The heart of the world. I was planning to get rid of it myself, either by tossing it into Tianche Lake or throwing it into the Great River and letting it disappear. But no. This is the only thing I've left that connects me to Sun Lu and Legion. They're both gone. And I don't even know if there will ever be a day where I'll see them again. Destroying it with my own hands would be like wiping away the last memory I have of them. I'm not that cold-hearted. Do me a favor. When I'm gone, just make sure it disappears. I don't want anyone fighting over it, using my name to ignite some stupid power struggle, or even worse, causing pointless bloodshed. This way, the chapter Sha in history can end for good.
I will take it.
Well, though I have to admit, I'm curious. How will you and your successors write about us immortals in the history book? We ruled over everyone for so long, then just disappeared without a trace. Won't that confuse people down the line?
No need to worry about it. For years, the people have suffered, living in misery with their lives hanging by a thread. Recording their struggles to warn future generations is hard enough. Why bother wasting ink writing about immortals? Why obsess over the divine when we have the living to worry about? So the vassals have finally started turning on each other, but none of them seem powerful enough to take over Qingyu City just yet. Send more people to foster communication between the regions and keep a close watch on things. Right now, the top priority is to restore the abandoned fields at the foot of Mount Tianche. What tone should I use? Where should I even start? Should I use my real name? No.
You might know nothing about me, but I know everything about you. That's what I always believed. And I've spent the last 40 years analyzing our Go matches against you. I envisioned your image and your decisions in every era, throughout your entire life. I thought I knew you thoroughly. I revered you and your game against us. I once believed conquering you would be the ultimate quest of my life. Yet upon finally meeting you, I realized I was mistaken. Your journey has been harsh.
Attachment to your opponent is a no-no in Go. Spare me the sympathy, Kip.
I see. Let's get it started. Your move, please.
You're limited to just 5 moves. You're aware of that, right?
Yes.
This game has dragged on way too long. Still, I'm surprised you're in the mood to play amidst this chaos.
Rest assured, Wisher has been attentive to both the match in this courtyard and the affairs in the outside world.
Are you so certain that you'll best me in your generation?
I'd rather say, I'll see your wish fulfilled.
My wish fulfilled? Interesting. Now tell me, what is my wish?
This isn't a question for me, but for you. What do you genuinely desire at this moment?
Yeah, what do I truly desire? So, Yuan Xuan of Weishe, do you believe the land of Peach Blossom truly exists?
I do.
Oh, that's quite unexpected. I thought you'd dismiss it as a fairy tale.
The land of Peach Blossom is a beautiful dream for all living being. You understand this better than anyone. For millennia, haven't the people of Qian constructed? That's their land of Peach Blossom.
That's true. Haven't I been pursuing my own land of Peach Blossom as well? You know, Yuan Xuan. So far, I've explored 2 paths. First, letting the immortals govern the ordinary people, and it failed. Second, letting the ordinary people govern themselves, yet reigns ascend and descend incessantly over the centuries, both in Qian and in distant realms. Even the most illustrious monarchs and empires eventually crumble. Many in power boasted of establishing timeless feats or systems, but history always progresses in its own manner. It's like a vortex, pulling everyone in, then starting anew. Now, I'm giving it a 3rd try.
You mean granting immortality to all? Letting immortals govern immortals?
Perhaps.
Celestial whims, veiled in endless night.
No tear-stained prayer may breach their flight. Do you think it'll work this time?
You're discussing the external world, but for now, let's focus on the game before us.
If my plan works out, the land of Blossom Garden will be within reach. If everyone is granted immortality, they will amass wisdom over time, rectifying the mistakes of their predecessors and learning from them.
What if you fail again?
Yeah, I can't dismiss that possibility. So what? Within the hourglass, how many grains remain? Why not unclench the reins? Let wind decide my lane. What phantoms chase us through these frantic days? Gilded chains corrode, divinity is but haze.
すでに刃は抜いておりますが、ご指示通りいたします。
It's scorching out here. If we keep pushing forward, we'll literally...
All right, let's keep moving.
Earth reflected in heaven. But what is that?
The lung.
It's so, is this what caused all the...
Notice anything?
Huh? Is that a cerulean crystal sword?
Who drove... Was he trying to... Its body hasn't completely broken free from the mountain. It's still restrained. If it awakens completely, this whole...
Then we kill it before that happened.
Its deadly breath is coming. Watch...
Are you fully prepared?
Naturally.
Seems they've discovered the Eternal Sanctuary.
The Eternal Sanctuary? Just a fancy graveyard. A crypt for corpses that should have rotted ages ago, and a sleeping monster that'll only wreck everything if stirred.
Agreed. Let the past remain buried in the past.
Back then, I told the first Yuan Xuan to destroy the seal with the heart of the world. If he had obeyed, this game would have ended long ago.
That's true. If he had destroyed that seal, I'd never have had the chance to sit here, enjoying a game with you, and slay your Long on the board. But he couldn't bring himself to do it.
Oh, what couldn't he bring himself to do?
He couldn't simply destroy the seal crafted by Master Tong Luo, the legacy from you.
Those scribes loved preaching. The Emperor's words are final. But the truth? They simply wished to caution me not to joke about anything, as they'd faithfully recorded in history. And if you give them a serious order, they merely refuse because they couldn't bring themselves to do it.
Your tone doesn't sound angry, but rather almost proud.
Of course I'm proud. Kids need to rebel. How else do they evolve? If they simply obey their fathers, how would they ever overthrow them?
Congratulations. Your wish is fulfilled now.
I thought I'd waited an eternity for this moment. But when it arrives, you've matured much sooner than I anticipated. The decisive move was made centuries ago.
I've loved the game of Go since I was a child. The game of Go reflects its players. Watch someone play, and you'll glimpse their soul. When I was young, this game with you felt profound, almost unfathomable. Yet now, nearing the end of my life, this game doesn't seem quite as enigmatic. If you had truly made your decision, we wouldn't be here at all.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just a wanderer. Hesitant. Lost. You saw me through when you asked what I truly desire. Do I wish to awaken that Long, or kill it? Do I wish to construct the land of Peach Blossom, or raise it? I knew it was impossible, yet I was still obsessed. Perhaps I've lived far too long, ebbed away by my hesitation in the end.
Now you can break free from your hesitation. Now you can liberate yourself from your hesitation.
The commotion has drawn rats from the north. I've managed to drive some away, but with winter approaching, they won't cease coveting the granary. Remember, smoke them out and destroy their nests.
No need to fret. Jantan is already on it.
Take care of the Tianli clan.
I will.
I've looked into the Nemesis members. Most of them are small-time opportunists that won't pose a threat. However, some are deeply entrenched, and even I can't fully grasp their true essence. Be cautious not to get entangled with them. Consider this my personal plea. Steer clear of them. Some matters are best left untouched.
Then forgive me for declining your request. We won't turn a blind eye to Emeon and their head librarian.
Ah, I see. The prophesied one. If it involves the prophesied one, you will be sheltered.
Don't you wish to see that person again?
We shall meet again in due time. Time. So fragile yet unpredictable. I used to believe it flowed like a river. But I forgot. Rivers turn to clouds, and rain falls to earth.
Do you have any final instructions?
Well, I believe you are already privy to what I know, so I won't dwell on it. No need to sound like a stubborn old ghost haunting the living.
Any regrets, perhaps?
You really know how to strike a nerve, kid. I have too many things left undone. How could there not be regrets? Are my children well fed, clothed, sheltered?
You no longer need to concern yourself with that. Your children will succeed where you failed. This land no longer needs the Lone, the Immortals, or the Emperor. Your children no longer need you, Your Majesty.
I see. Good. Stay by my side. Let's finish this game. You may have vanquished my Lone, but I'm not lost yet. Today, we play till I'm satisfied.
As you... Your Majesty, do you recall the first person you ever played this game with?
It was you. I see. It's you.
You've lost, Your Majesty.
You cheeky pup. I've never lost in my life. Still got one move. Let me think. Just a little longer.
Well, it's my turn now. Before I pass everything to you, I need an answer. Why have you fixated on this game and your opponent all these years? Curiosity seems flimsy.
Because Song is my family name, Master. A scribe's brush can cut like a blade, and words can wound a person's soul. Those are his... He once used that blade to wound the soul of someone he deeply respected. Consumed by regret on his deathbed, he instructed his successors to rectify his mistake. Chieftain, rest now. May your dreams stay peaceful.
Oke, terus pelajari dunia game. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more. Bye bye.